boys and girls. It's Kimochi time. Let's get started. Kimochis are our friends. Kimochis are our friends. They are here to play with us. Kimochis are our friends. They have feelings too. They have feelings too. Happy, sad, and angry, just like me and you. Great job, boys and girls. Well, today I want to talk to you about something new. Maybe it's something you heard of, maybe not. So I'm gonna ask you, has anyone ever heard of the term self-control? I want you to think about it. What do you think self-control means? Self-control. Take a little bit of time to think about it. I'm hearing some really good ideas. Okay, so before I tell you what it is, we are going to practice. You're going to have to do a little bit of pretending, but that's okay. I am going to give you all a Skittle. And if you don't like Skittles, you need to think of candy or something that you really, 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 really like. So pretend I'm handing out Skittles, and pretend that I say you have to hold it in your hand. Do not eat it. Just hold it in your hand. Okay? So let's pretend that we all have our Skittles in our hand. Yeah, they'll probably get a little melty, but that's okay. You can't eat it, even if it starts to melt. Whatever it is that's in your hand that you love. Okay. So, self-control means making good choices even when you don't want to. It's like deciding what's best and then acting and doing that. Yeah, think about that. So, knowing what's best and acting that way and actually really doing it even when you don't want to. Think that's hard? So let me ask you this. How many of you are really, really hungry and you want to eat the treat that's in your hand? Yeah. Or maybe you just like it so much you're just ready to eat it. And you're really having a hard time holding on to that treat. Okay. So that's okay. We all have these big emotions and they are going to hit us at different times, and it's going to be really, 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 really hard to act with self-control. But we can do it if we practice. So I want to teach you a strategy that might help you with self-control and when those big emotions hit. So there's a few things that we can do to practice it. So the first thing we can do is we can stop. So whatever it is that you're doing, stop. So we're going to hold our hand up and we're going to say stop. Step 2, think. So step 1 is stop, step 2 is think, and step 3 is act. So you're gonna put your hands, cross your arms, act. So let's practice that one more time. Step 1 for self-control, stop. Step 2, think, and step 3, act. Good. So boys and girls, this is a really hard thing to do. Having self-control is really hard to do when you have big feelings, like when you are excited or when you're scared or when you're angry. And like I've said before, it's just one of those things that we are going to have to practice. So today I just wanted to introduce what self-control is. And self means you. You are in charge of your body. And control is you're the only one that can control your emotions, your feelings, your body. This is your body. I can't control you. Your mom and dad can't control you. You are in charge of your body. And you know how you feel better than anyone else. So that's why it's really important to learn self-control so that you know how to deal with things when you have those big, big emotions. Because a lot of times, boys and girls, when we have those big emotions, we just act. Did you see that? Did you hear what I said? I said we just act. You skip 1 and 2 and you just act. And that's what gets us in trouble. So think about it. Think about maybe even with something bigger, like say you're in Target and you really, 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 really are excited because this new toy came out and you really want it and you see it. It's in stock. It's there. You touch it. You really want it. And your mom and dad, remember parents can't always say yes. And so they look at you and they say, I'm so sorry. We can't get that for you this time. And so instead of stopping and thinking, you act. And maybe you have a meltdown because you're so angry or upset because you've wanted this toy for a really long time and you're afraid that next time you come, it's not going to be there. I know, it's hard. It's so hard. It's so, 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 so hard because it's something you really, really want. Like the Skittle. If you really like Skittles and I still made you hold that in your hand and you smelled it and you could just imagine how sweet it was going to be. And I said, nope, you can't have it. You just need to hold it. So this is different. It could be candy, it can be a toy, it can be many different things. But over the next few days, we're going to continue to talk about self-control. All right, friends. So tomorrow I'm going to give you some scenarios. And you're going to tell me if you think, kind of like we did when we did silly and serious. We're going to sort them. If you think that's using self-control or not. So we'll talk about it. This way we have a better idea of what self-control means and some different situations where we might need self-control. So tomorrow we'll be back. We'll talk more about self-control. And then the next day, we're going to write about self-control. So we are in charge of ourselves. We can do this. It's another good tool in our toolkit to becoming really happy kids and just being in charge of our own feelings and our own bodies. And that's really, really important. All right, my friends, I will see you tomorrow for another lesson in self-control. But for now, when you really want to do something, I want you to stop, think, and then act. All right, keep practicing because I'm going to quiz you tomorrow. All right, boys and girls, have a great day. I look forward to our lesson tomorrow. See you later, alligator.